Okay, here we go. We're live. This thing is so loud. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Let me
Let
turn off my
me.
fan real quick. Like, so no one doesn't try to come for me, okay? I'm getting up to go turn off my fan. Fuck.
Okay, here we go.
Yes.
This is gonna be
Okay.
wild. Oh my god, I love this.
Hi.
Okay, capture of conservative
And look, I
media.
have no jewelry on. It's just
You're just raw,
usually I'm the one who's
real.
decked out on her, giving like the full tea. It's like y'all getting real me in pajamas and all.
I know. I thought this would be funny because this is like such an interesting topic to me.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah,
very
because
invested in this topic.
I've been spending the last week just like looking at like everything that's happening and going on, and I've just been like, are they okay? Because Ron DeSantis was the first one. Like he was the
Remember when
first
I
one
said I
when
was like, he
I know
yes, Israel. I'll do anything for you. That's literally him. It's so him right
he
now.
was on like a white background with like the first video he dropped where he was like on that white background. He was like, I'm just gonna be, I support. It's just like, oh my
Exactly.
god, poor guy.
He's so captured. I just don't. I just,
He
and this is why I'm so against like this whole narrative, this whole psyop, like that we like to say, is
mm-hmm.
because we can't say anything, and if we do,
Well,
we're
you're not supposed
blacklisted.
to.
Yeah,
Or
we're
if
not
you
supposed to.
do, you're like an evil person who hates people. You're racist.
Yeah, and it's not the case either. And I think people forget that like it's not like we're trying to like come for all of the Jews. Like that's not what the JWs. Ooh, can't say that. We can't say the
Yeah.
Jews. We
Let's
can't.
not say that word, but
We
we're
gotta
not
say
coming for
JWs.
we're not coming for people. We're coming for government.
Exactly. And I think that's what people don't understand when it comes to this conversation. It's
Mm-hmm.
more about the government, the elites, than regular people, you know? And I
Yeah.
think that they really they try to coincide with that, but it's not the case.
They try to couple it together. That
Yeah, they
like
do. And it's not the case. It's because they have groupthink. That's what it is. Like, you know, with the black community as well, like if we criticize someone that's Oprah or like Beyonce or something like that, it's
yeah.
groupthink. So they have that same thing that the black community does. And I
Yeah.
see that,
I
you
do
know?
see that too. And there's like a lot of parallels there. And it's just like it's just so bizarre to me because like people are not like nobody. I don't have Joe I was going to say Joe Budden. I don't have Joe Biden's like phone number. I'm like calling him and being like, you need to do this and then that. Like he's not texting me being like, what do you think? Like
Exactly.
I'm not like we don't have any control like regular people, so it's like intellectually dishonest to think
Hmm.
that somehow when you have these conversations, you can have a conversation about America, you can have a conversation about any country in the world, you can have a conversation about
Hmm.
the CCP. Does that mean you just like hate all Chinese people? No,
No, it's not.
obviously. Obviously
But
not.
they make it that way. It's because they made that, like you
To
said,
shut
the
down.
anti-Semitic word.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to
it's to
shut
shut us
down.
down and shut us up. And no one wants to really call that out. They don't, or they're scared. And
They're
you know, I
scared.
talk to people too. I talk to
Yeah.
people too. They always try to make it all about the Jews. Can't say that word. The JWs. They always try to make it about the JWs, but I'm like, what about the Palestinians? Like, what about them? Do you not see what the fuck is wrong with their land? Like, do you not see like how they got them locked up in there like that? Like,
They
and
locked up.
the thing is too, Hamas doesn't even have the advanced weapons like the Israelis do. Like, they don't have that. So why are we trying to say like, oh, you know, they're a terrorist organization. Let's just go in and just kill everybody. Just murder everybody. It just
Yeah, the
doesn't make
whole
sense to me.
idea, it's like so beyond illogical. And like there's all these like
Yes.
mental traps set up. And you have the whole conservative media. You have the whole, like, it's just so dialectical. It's so insidious the way it's been set up. And like I was saying earlier in the other
Very.
live, is that this agenda, this New World Order agenda, basically, to destroy, to destroy nations, to destroy people. They use groups of people as their sort of like, they use them. They like take people's legitimate problems, they co-opt them, and then they use them. And like with BLM, they're using black people. They're
Yes.
using all the like actual historical traumas, like actual historical problems, use them to further their agenda, and then discard them. It's
Yes.
terrible. And that's the same thing. They
I
do it
don't.
with the Ukraine. They're doing it with the Ukraine, like having these people are suffering, and they're like, oh, we need to, send them all this money so we can probably launder it. Like
It's so
it's the
funny they gave it
same
directly to
thing.
Nazis too. Directly to
So
Nazis,
it's
and
so
they're like,
bad.
we want democracy in our country while they like hit the Nazi symbols on their army gear.
I don't
So
even know what's going on with that. I'm just like, when I saw that, I
that's
was
what
like,
takes
I'm
me out the
done.
most. And
I'm
people would
done.
down that hill too. They would down that hill, be like, no, we have to help them. The Russians are all bad. The Russians are all bad. I'm like, well, when you fuck around and find out, you see what happens. Like the Russians are sick of it.
Yeah, it's just so crazy because that's why I've actually recorded a reaction to your video where you were talking about like, okay, well, Israel's not going anywhere. They won. So, you just got to live with it.
Yeah,
And that was like
it
true.
is. It's true.
It's like we have to understand like we live in a country that had like I know, and I know conservatives like to pretend that America was like all good and they just got what they deserved and all this. No,
Yeah.
they were really barbaric and they had manifest destiny and it was really messy and terrible and people were genocided. Like it is what it is. Like that's not going to go away. It's just that in order to progress as a civilization, you can't hyperfixate on all your trauma. You have to like move on. You have
Move
to
forward. Yes.
heal. You have to go on. So that's
And I feel
why,
bad for the Palestinian side. I do. I truly feel
yeah.
bad for them because they. I mean, it's been 74 years. That's not far. That's not a long time since they took
Mm-mm.
over. You know.
That's someone's
Eh,
one lifetime.
yes. That. It's really sad because they're not going to be able to create their own thing because they're so fixated on the past, and no one wants them in their territory. Like Egypt wasn't won't allow them to come into their territory. Other countries won't allow them
Well,
to like
America gives them money. So,
oh
yeah.
hmm.
So, America gives them money. And yeah, it's just a very delicate situation. And it's a very interesting situation. And it's really, really tragic. But the bigger picture is why is America trying to start World War III over this?
Well, I mean,
That's what it's
power and
like.
control is all it is. That's how I
I know.
see it. I see power, control, and money, and
Yeah,
that's
people
all
are
they
like, it's
really
not going to
want.
start World War III. And I'm like, Putin already says that he's got missiles that
Yes,
could reach the boats. He's like I'm not
he's
threatening.
at the
I'm
ready.
just saying. And then China, I don't know if this is true or fake or wherever, but I saw that they were moving ships in or something. I don't even know.
I
I'm not
saw
going to
that
confirm
too,
that.
but I don't
I don't
really.
know
I
what that
can't
is.
confirm that.
Yeah, I can't
Some
confirm
stuff
that.
they be some of the conservative people that I follow, they be making up shit. They
Yeah,
really do.
exactly.
I
Exactly.
be seeing some
So,
stuff like I seen like the leader of like North Korea talking about how he puts faith in Trump,
I
like
know
he
he
wants him to
said
be in
he hopes that
office.
peace. I know.
Was that fake? That has to be fake.
I have no idea. I'm just like
That's
this time
that looks so fucking fake to me.
with this timeline, anything can happen. But
It's really weird.
it's like so stupid this is why I say the right has completely gone woke because a
Oh
woke
yeah,
person
definitely.
doesn't advocate for their best interests. They advocate for whatever they're being told to advocate for. They're not like thinking straight. And it doesn't make sense to like go to war against like the whole Arab world. That doesn't make sense.
Especially in Gaza. Like Gaza. Like, are you kidding me?
That
Like,
doesn't make sense.
this
Because
is genocide.
Russia would jump in. China would pop off. They're already waiting. So America's gonna fight war in against the whole Middle East plus China plus Taiwan. Like, and how is our economy gonna
Yeah, because
recover?
if China starts war with Taiwan,
Mm-hmm.
it's over. Like we're gonna be everywhere. We're gonna be fighting everywhere, and it's gonna be insane. And
And
this,
it's
if
the type
just
of
like in my
forever
recent
war.
video, yeah, this is forever. And see
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing too. Like the Palestinian versus the Jews, that is a forever thing because these people they have not never stopped feuding, ever. It's never stopped. Like they've been waiting at the door, basically. And this is something that I think that they have been betting on. This has been planned. I
Yeah.
truly believe that also the Israeli government has something to do with Hamas. I don't believe for one second that they did not know that Hamas was going to target, their country. I don't believe. I believe in
Well,
what Charlie Kirk said. I truly believe, like even
watch
because he was
out. You're gonna be.
blacklisted. He was he was blacklisted, and they don't want him to be the leader of TPUSA, whatever you call it. They and he had to like apologize. He's like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. Like he basically
I
had to like
love you
retract
guys. I
everything.
love you guys so
And
much. It's like,
I
oh my
can't,
god.
I just can't deal. And I just believe that the Israeli government is very corrupt. I do, and I
I
I do
do
believe that
too.
yeah,
There's too
Netanyahu, I
much.
truly believe he funded Hamas,
There's too much going
and he did that to
on.
control.
There's
Yeah.
too much. There's too many coincidences. There's too much like circumstances. There's too many like, oh, well, that's convenient. Well, like every time
Hmm.
they say the war is like going to be really convenient for whoever, it's just, it's going to be convenient for the New World Order. It's going to be convenient for their government because he was like supposedly losing control. Like there's just all these
He
things that are
was.
happening. And it's just like, conservatives are just like, yeah, go to war, kill them all, kill them all, kill them all. And it's like, what? Like,
And the thing is, too, I don't even think they think that they're advocating to kill them all. Some of them, they don't really think that. They think that
but they
they're
can
just gonna go
leave.
solely for Hamas, and
They
it's
can
not.
leave.
It's not the case.
They can leave.
They can leave. They can
Leave to
leave. As I
where?
brought it up. What about those bridges? What about those bridges? What about that church?
Ugh.
What about that church that was bombed? The blast off. It was a blast off at a church.
No, that, yeah. And Charlie Kirk's like, you guys need to apologize for the church now. And they're like, no,
No.
no, we're
I
not.
just it's this huge thing. It makes me so mad, and then I'm so sick of people DMing me and telling me to shut up and telling me to like, oh, like you don't know anything, you don't know shit. Basically, that's what they're telling me. I was like, oh, I know more than you, bitch. I know more than you. Like, don't ever try to come into my
It's so stupid.
DMs and try to harass me over something because I have an opinion about something. It's insane. And then on top of it, like, I'm, it's, I've never been like more scared to talk about something actually
But
than this.
yeah, because it's actually taboo for some reason. But I just I'm just like, so y'all can spend all this time talking, just dogging out black people in every which
Yes, that's
way,
true.
but we can't criticize a government? Hmm.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah, they can talk about the blacks and whites all fucking day, but once it comes to them, it's like, no, like you can't say anything. Like you, like, I swear to God, I even on YouTube, like I see like now I have monetization. Speak anything about because now since I've been talking about like the JWs, like it's like you're ineligible. Like you can't even like, talk about anything. It's over. Like but I'm never gonna stop speaking about this because I think it's really important. And like I said before, Kanye was right about everything. People get mad at me when I say that, but like he was right about everything. They control everything. Look at our like Joe Biden's administration, like it's taken over. Um, I mean, it is what it is. All of these corporations like CNN, like Fox, everything, it's taken over. They control
It's
everything,
captured. Yeah, it's
basically.
completely captured.
It's captured, and everyone's held hostage because the don't like it's that donor money, honey. They love that donor money. Even
Well, not
Trump,
even
like I
that.
said
It's
before.
just not even that. Because, like, I don't even care about, who and what. Because ultimately, it's like an organization that has an agenda.
Yes.
And there's a lot of people in that agenda. And a lot of people are getting paid off. A lot of people are making money. A lot of people have a narrative to push. If they want this war to go off the way they want to, they have to push this narrative. They have to use, they have to activate basically all their agents to like brainwash people into compliance and into support of this agenda. They do it all the time.
And
They do
people
it all
fall
the
right
time.
for it.
What is
They
it?
fall right for it every time.
Every time because they never learn. They just think that they did.
Exactly. I was gonna say the same thing. They don't learn anything, but it's like they look on the left side from like a conservative right wing perspective. They look on the left side, they're like, oh, these people, they're just so dumb, they're so stupid, they don't never learn, they never do this.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like the leftists are looking at you like, oh, but look at you, you're just like me now. Like it's mirrored in this way that it's really fucked up. It
Yeah,
really is.
it's called atrocity propaganda. And usually
Mm.
to motivate people into accepting a war, they have to have some story. They have to have some like horrible thing to get people energized and excited and ready to like go kill themselves basically. Like this has been happening for a long time. They even
Yeah.
like what's so crazy when I was looking at the babies and stuff, how they were like, "Oh, all the babies and babies." In World War One, they had atrocity propaganda used by. It was basically used to motivate people to have a wave of patriotism,
Mm.
and it usually that wave of patriotism, that like rah rah, let's put our flag in our bio, all of that is the early stages of war, and
Wow.
they usually promote fictitious atrocities, like things that have never happened, and they just over exaggerate. And there was a story called Babes on Bayonets where they were showing like, oh look, they're like bayoneting all these children, they're like killing all these babies, and it's just like, and I'm not saying
And
the
it's
things
not
that
true.
happen, and I'm not saying the things that happen didn't
Yeah.
happen. I'm saying that they have the same cycle where they get you like amped up to accept
Mm.
these things. And it's like, if like, I've never in my life heard of like saying that if you don't want to go to war, that's like anti-Semitic.
They tell me that all the time too.
How does that make
Yeah.
sense?
It
They
doesn't make
literally,
sense.
there was a memo in the, which one was it? There was a memo circulating around how all the language can't, like in the US government, the language can't be around de-escalation. Like nothing should mention de-escalation. I have
What?
to see where that is.
I haven't seen that.
Like it's
Yeah, I
just
see people that are
obvious.
like the pro-abortion people. Oh my
Oh
god.
my
No,
god, the
no
pro-life
pro-life. The pro-life
there.
people, the organizations. Oh, like Kristen Hawkins,
Oh my
Liza
god.
Rose. I actually do like them when they talk about
What have they been
abortion, but
saying?
everything else, everything else is fucking crazy. They like, if you're anti-Jew, you're not pro-life. But it's like, if you're anti-murdering Palestinians, are you also not pro-life? Like, I,
Oh my
what? What are you talking about? Like, she's only one-sided. I'm like, how can you be a pro-life like person that runs a big organization that I really like, only side with one people,
god. Here we go.
and
The
not all
State
people? You should advocate
Department.
for all people.
I know. The State Department basically issued a memo warning diplomats no Gaza de-escalation talk.
Oh
They literally
wow,
issued this. Like, what kind of insanity? Like, how obvious does it have to be?
this
Like,
stuff is so deep.
it's
It's
so
really
evil.
sad.
It's
It's
so
so
evil.
evil, and no one sees it. And this is the thing too. It this right here. We thought Ukraine was like probably going to be like the end times, like something bad was really going to happen. But
But it
this,
didn't pop off,
I
yeah.
feel it. I
Yeah, I
feel
feel
it
it's
in my
bad.
bones.
Yeah.
It does not feel like it's going to turn around. I believe that everyone is going. You already see it. What's happening in America? America is so divided right now. I mean,
Mhm.
divided. People can barely look at each other in the eyes when they go out. I see people, they barely even talk now because of how divided it is.
Yeah.
And of course, there's friendly people out there, but the divide is so crazy. I've been seeing like women that support Palestine, like women that are Jewish. They
Mhm.
arguing. That one of them's telling them like, "Go, I hope you get our like the R word
Yeah.
aped, and like your children is killed, all that kind of stuff." I'm like, oh my god, how can you guys think that this is like great? Like, how can you not see what they're trying to do and what they want you to do? They want you to be divided, just so they can conquer and control.
It's so ridiculous. It's
It's
so ridiculous.
ridiculous.
What they like, it is just like they steamroll you. They steamroll you, and they're like, you have to. It's the same. The thing that the way you can know this is the same entity, it's the same. It's part of the same master plan. Is they use literally the same techniques. So when people try to pretend that, oh, you just hate Jewish people or this or that, it's like if BLM did the same thing. So obviously it's not just anyway. It's like it's ridiculous because they did the same thing. They were like, "Oh, if you don't support us, you're racist," and this and that and that. They're using
Same with the LGBs too.
the
Same with them too.
same
It's the same
thing.
shit.
It's the same
Just
thing. So it's the
different
same
people.
agenda. So if it's all the same techniques, just using different characters,
Exactly.
wouldn't that tell you something?
And no one learns. No one
No
learns
one
a damn
learns.
thing.
No one learns anything. No one learns anything, and no one can pay attention. And so when they come at me with this, I'm just like, this is really stupid.
I feel
And
bad for you because you're getting calls. You're getting calls. You're getting calls, girl. I would never. I'd be like, block, delete, get off. Like, that's how I'd
I
be like,
just,
no. Like, what do you
I
mean?
just like, I'm just like, this is so ridiculous. This is so
It
ridiculous.
is
And
ridiculous. You can't have
and
a fucking opinion.
the level of mind control. That's why I'm just like, this is insultingly stupid. To use the term anti-Semitic is insultingly stupid
Yeah.
because
Because those
they're
people
not.
are Semitic. They're Semitic. And I don't understand how they can say like they're anti-Semitic. Oh, because they don't like what? Maybe because they have some type of beef with the Jews that makes them Semitic with the past. Like, look at the past. Look at history, bitch. Like, look what happened. Look what they did in order to get that land. They murdered so many people in order to get that land. People are mad. They've been committing war crimes since they got that land. They did exactly what they did to other wait. They did exactly what the other countries did to them, the 109 countries.
Oh my god, that shit is
That's what
crazy.
they did. They did
That shit is
exactly what they did.
crazy.
They used the same tactic
It's really messed up. But that's the
because it
thing.
was exiled.
Traumatized people usually will go and traumatize. Like they'll, act out the same thing. That's usually what
I
happens.
noticed that. I
Yeah, if
noticed
people
that when I
don't
was looking
heal.
at, yeah,
Yeah.
I was looking at a lot of like historical things about this, and I was like, wow, they did exactly what the other countries did to them. And I mean, look what happened. It prevailed. It paid off, but like, what cost?
Mhm.
What caused it to prevail at? Look what happened
Yeah.
now. They're still feuding with those people to this day. When they
Yeah.
could have like they could have allowed them to be in the same country with them. They could have all worked together, but guess what? No. It was greedy. It is what it
It's
is.
messed up.
And see the thing too with the conservatives, they had to look on both sides instead of being like, look at the gays, they support the Palestinians, look at them, they support this, look at that. It's like look at the full picture on both sides and understand history before you speak. Because it goes much deeper than like, oh look the gays, look they have more rights in Israel than over here. Like, oh my god, they'll behead you if you go to Palestine. Like it's more to it.
It is more to it. And they do that
It's more to
all the time. They do that all the time. And it's just like, and that's why I
it.
say they're woke because it's like you were advocating for something that's going to destroy this country. You think if we go broke,
Yeah.
we're going to still have gun rights? Do you think if we go broke, we're going to still have, like, we can't even manufacture the bullets. How are you going to go to war with China and you can't manufacture anything? Like,
And look at the military. No one wants to join. No
No one
one
wants
wants
to
to join.
join.
I mean, including me. Why
They
would I want to
just
join to
they
go?
just
Yeah,
purged the military. Like what?
it's over.
Why would you?
Oh,
Where is the common sense? Like where is the logic behind all of that?
you wanna know what's so funny too? Someone that is in the military like try to like chastise me because I was like, I don't. I'm pro American. I'm pro American, and I was telling people to take that shit out of their bio, like the flag, and it was like. Oh my God! You never criticize the Palestinians. You're always going for Israel. It's like, well, look who controls America. Obviously, that's why I'm going after them more. That's why. But they don't get it.
Who
They
has
don't get it.
influence?
They
Yeah.
just,
And plus they're
yeah, like
like it's so funny to me because they're like, "Oh, they're doing this and that." And then I was like, I forgot commented something like, "I thought they make all their bombs out of their like all their rockets out of like water piping." So which one is it? Like either they're like destroying everything
who?
or they
The
said that like
Palestinians? Hamas?
they make their like bombs out of water pipes, and I'm just like either they're like this immortal threat or they're making bombs out of water pipes. Like which one is it? Like which one is it? Because
And you mean to
it's
tell me that we're supposed to be scared of them? We're supposed to be scared of them? They barely have any arsenal. Like compared to U.S. and Israel, they barely have any arsenal. So how do people not understand that this is all planned? How can they not see it?
I don't know. And then they're
I don't
doing,
get
yeah,
it.
they're purposefully doing something that's going to enrage people enough so that they'll be like, okay, we
I'm
should go into
enraged.
war. And the only thing, listen, I'm going to start practicing Arabic and Chinese and Russian. Just,
I'm
just in
already
case.
trying to like. I'm already trying. Look, my
Just,
voice is going out. Oh my God.
just in case.
I'm already trying to learn Spanish, and I can barely understand that. I swear to God.
Just in case.
Just in case, I have to
Because
get some allies. We have to get be allies with the Arabics and Chinese
because
people.
they're gonna come through and they're gonna be like, because like they're gonna come through with the robot dogs and they're gonna target all the black people. They're gonna be like, how much melanin? We're gonna start with you first, because you know the Chinese people are not gonna play games at all.
Oh no, they're not. They're not. As soon as they invade us, it's over. They're gonna come after us.
No,
I'm
they're
gonna be
gonna,
like, I'm gonna go and buy me like a fucking like what do you call it? Those kimonos.
oh my god.
Try to give Chinese and people some way. And then shit happens
You're
because
gonna be like,
y'all
I'm
not gonna get me.
Filipino. I'm
I'm like,
Filipino.
I'd rather side with the communists. I'm going to the communist side. Bye, y'all. Because I'm military. Like, I don't know. Like, I have faith in our country for sure. Okay, all jokes aside, I have faith in our
Mm-hmm.
country that we can try to, combat like these different countries if we go to war. But like at the same time, if we're under this administration and it pops off, I don't know. I don't know how we're going to be able to make it. I mean, even if Trump was to get into the military, like who regular citizens who's going to want to go into the military
And you know what
willingly?
else I was thinking about? Do you remember all that equipment, brand new equipment they left in Afghanistan?
Oh yeah, it's
If we
over.
go to war with the entire Arab world, who do you think is going to be using that equipment?
They are. It's over.
Do you know how messy? Do you know how how tragic you're getting? It's like it's so obviously set up. It's insane. It's like so
We're the only
obviously
ones who
set
can
up.
see it. We're the
It's
only ones
so
who can see
obviously
it.
set up. It's so obviously set up. Like they're like,
That's
"Oh, just in case you don't have enough weapons, here's some weapons for when we want to like start this."
yeah.
Oh my god. But
And
people
everyone
forgot
was
about
like,
that.
Joe Biden, Joe Biden, Joe Biden. He got out of Afghanistan. Like we should be proud of him. We should be proud of him. It's like, well, he did a shitty job of doing it. Like,
That was
sloppy, very
embarrassing.
sloppy.
That was
It really
embarrassing.
was.
That was so
You know,
embarrassing.
I give you like a E for effort, Joe. But like, come on now.
No, that was really really embarrassing. That was really embarrassing.
Ugh,
Oh my
I just
god.
can't do.
You
I
know what the
really can't.
funniest
I
thing
I
too?
just
Do you know what the funniest thing
what?
too is how there's like this news report on how they're like oh, these universities, you know, they're all anti-Semitic. They're harboring all this anti-Semitism. We need to shut down their funding. Did you see those stories, those articles?
No, I have not seen that. I
Yes.
just seen the
So
blacklist of like the college students. That's all I
yeah,
saw.
no, exactly. So there was an article being like, "Oh, we need to defund them. These universities, they're hotbeds for anti-Semitism." And it's like, haven't they been hotbeds for like anti-white isms?
Exactly. And Asians.
Weren't they
So
weren't they
now, wow. I just, dude.
It's just like insanely over the top just to like get every single issue,
Give me a headache.
every single thing to get people like triggered, every single thing to just like they're like not holding back at all.
No, they're not.
At all.
They're not at all. It's and I feel bad for people who just don't get it, who just sit there and think that like, oh, I'm supposed to be on this one side, I'm supposed to be on this other side. It's like, no, we should all be in unison.
You
We should
saw
all
the
be.
ad? You saw the ad of Be Human support.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Oh my
Yeah, it's
god.
giving
The
BLM. It's giving Black Lives Matter
it's
for sure.
it's so Black Lives Matter. Like it's so Black
It's
Lives
given
Matter.
very much that, and
Like the
like
Black
I
Lives
follow Jewish
Matter,
Lives Matter too. I follow that. Yeah,
it's
I
so
follow that.
it's like what? Be human.
People in the
What?
comments is not having it. They're not having it.
Be human support like wait, be human?
What happened to America first? I don't get it. It's gone. America's no. It's no more.
It's
It's
gone.
no more. It's over. It's fucking over. It
These people
is.
are next in the next couple of weeks they're going to be Jamaica first. Jamaica first. they're going
Not Jamaica first.
they're going to be like they're going to just it's just like obviously like it's so insultingly stupid and
It
embarrassing.
is.
And it's
It's
just
like
like
they fuck with my intelligence, and I'm not fucking with that.
I
I'm
know. It's
sorry.
like obviously this is dumb. Like I'm not listening to this. Like and I'm not going to fall for your oh you just don't like us. Like what? Shut up.
They're coming to arrest you, Layla. They're coming to
I
arrest
know
you.
they're coming to arrest me. That's what happens
It's
when you live in
over.
the city. But it's just like I know. I just it's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. It's so
I'm very
embarrassing.
embarrassed. The only people I see that's upholding their values is Candace and Vivek and some
Candace better
people
be
out there too.
careful. Candace already told
Oh,
them.
she definitely better be careful.
She
She
already
better
told
be careful
them.
because
She already
I
said
haven't
I'm
watched
not
her
the
new video.
one.
Yes, she did. She was like,
She's
"I'm not the one."
because after the Kanye thing, she was like, I'm not the one. I'm not.
And I love that. That's why I like her, and I hate that people don't like her because I fuck with her. She's the only one who's keeping up her values.
I
Unlike all
didn't
these
like
popular conservatives.
I didn't like the way she was dealing with the Andrew Tate thing, but now I see like she was like, "Oh,
No,
better get
she's always 10 steps ahead of everybody. I'm telling you, she really
yeah." She was
is.
like, "Better get a
You have to
new
really,
demo."
yeah, you have to really look like deeper when it comes to. I mean, Andrew Tate he has a lot of layers. He has a lot of
He has
layers,
like a lot of
and you have to,
layers.
yeah, you have to see through his flaws and everything to like understand where he comes from.
See through his
I I re-
crimes.
I had to, I had to. I mean, at first I
no,
didn't like him. I didn't like
no,
him
you
at
have to
all. I was like, oh no.
compartmentalize. You have to compartmentalize.
But I think that he's changed, though. I truly do. I think people can change. You know, I've changed. My political views have changed up throughout the years. So I think he can change. You know, but I'm happy that she's upholding her values and other people are too out there. But it's very, very
It
slim
is.
from what I'm
It's
seeing.
really creepy. It's really really creepy. I just
Yes,
whew, I mean, the darkness that they want everybody to participate in. And it's just so funny to me when people are like telling me how I should think and react to things. I'm like
it's
you
like,
don't
are you my
even
slave owner?
first of
Are
all,
you
you
my
don't
slave
even know who
owner?
I am. Like you have obviously no background on me. Like you sound dumb. Like
Exactly.
they don't you don't have any back like have you done any research on who I am? Like no. So why are you trying to tell me what I
Never
should or
give
should
up.
not support?
That's just how the people treat me on TikTok. They always tell me like, "Oh no, you shouldn't think like this. You should think that way." It's like no, like I would never. I would say and think the way I want to. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. Like it's my prerogative.
Mm-hmm.
It just is.
Exactly.
So and I think for the most part, I'm right. So they
Well,
can fuck off. Honestly,
that's wrong. You can't be right. You have to.
no, I'm right. I'm definitely right. Always.
You can't like it's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. But people, the good thing is none of this after all of this, after they lose their shit about these things, like these words are not going to matter. Like no one's going to care if the ADL threatens them anymore. Like no one's going to care. They're going to be like, "Okay, you
Right.
threaten everybody."
And
Like
it's only going to cause because the Zionists, they're the ones who's doing it. It's only going to cause more hate towards regular like American Jews, or it's not going to bring anybody like together at all. You know,
but
so
that's the
I see
point.
that's
But that's
that's
how they
happening.
use it's like a parasite. They use these
Hmm.
people and then they don't help them at all. They just make them more demonized. They just make it worse for them.
Just like with the
And they say,
LGBT community as well.
just
Yeah,
like the age, like it's
same thing.
the
It's
approval
it,
rating
it's the
went down.
same thing.
It's the same
It's the
tactic.
same thing.
It's the
I
same
love it.
tactics. Like this is my favorite, where there's this poster where it was like a translation of basically the propaganda, like a translation of all these propaganda is like school, and then they have madrasa, and then Hamas base, like, and then like hospital, Hamas base, mosque, Hamas base.
I
It's
can't.
like, stop. It's terrible. The gaslighting is terrible. It's just, ugh.
You know something? At least the memes are great. The
Man,
memes are the best during this time. It's so
the
funny.
memes
At
are
least we
just
keep the
like,
like, yeah. At least we get to keep our laughter and humor during this whole entire
mm,
shebang.
I don't know. This is really
Hopefully, they're
sad.
gonna end up getting that next. They're gonna start getting that next.
Get what next?
Our humor, our laughter.
Oh, they already tried to.
Yeah, our happiness is already gone, but we have at least a little bit of laughter, a little bit of chuckle.
Yeah, that's why I'm just like, if you're going to be insulted that I don't think war is a good idea, then I don't have anything to tell you.
I can't
Like,
jive with them.
and then
I cannot jive with them.
the other thing that's so funny too is that because I was looking and reading, like, a lot of these IDF soldiers, like the Israeli soldiers, they're young. They've never been to like war, like ground battles. They're just regular, like Gen Z or Zoomers or just young, a lot of young people.
Wow.
And them going to war against guerrilla military like Hezbollah and all this stuff, that's not going to like be easy. That's going to be traumatic. And they're going to
Yeah.
get really messed up, even with all their advanced equipment. So it's like
Mm.
advocating not to go to war is a good thing for everybody, actually.
But do you think that that's what Bibi wants? Like, not Netanyahu? I think he wants that.
Oh
He's
no, of
betting on
course
it.
that's what I'm saying. So when people
I
are
mean,
like,
like,
"Oh, you're being anti-Semitic for not wanting to go to war and start World War III," and it's like, no,
it's just.
because
I mean, they're in an emergency lockdown, right? Am I correct?
I
Obviously,
have
they
no
have to
idea.
be.
I thought they
Because
just
I
stayed
heard that
locked
they aren't
down.
like in some type of emergency like policy right now, where like they can't really do anything.
I know they're arresting people for affecting morale and stuff like that.
Mm.
It's not a liberal, very liberal place. Like
No, it's not, and I really don't like how the conservatives are like the gays get to live, or they get to live there, but they don't really have that much rights.
they were the most, I think they were the most
What in
like
Tel
tested
Aviv? That's
on.
where they can
I
be
think
at.
they were the
Okay.
highest amount of people who got the
The V,
vaccine. Yeah,
yeah, they
I
was
think
forced
so.
to get the V. Every single one of them.
Or they couldn't go to the store. It was like
Yeah,
China.
yeah. They and people think that Israel is like the best place on earth. I swear to God.
It's just like a
It's
resort. It's like no, they're on lockdown. Like
exactly. I don't understand how people can try to make it seem like that's such. It's just the best country. We should basically all just live there. You know what I mean?
mm-mm.
I just don't
No.
get it. I don't
Not
get
with
it.
that.
I hate everybody at this
And
point.
that's the point is like, if they cared about their people, why would they want their people to participate in a medical experiment? Like,
Right.
obviously the government doesn't
I
care
think
about
people
their people
forgot
like
about
that.
that. People just like
Oh
that.
no, they've
They left.
totally forgot. That
Left
doesn't
their
even,
brain.
that never even happened.
It's gone.
That
I'm like,
never even
I've been
happened.
talking about that since like what, like last year. I talked about that even during the Kanye situation. It was like, do y'all not see how like they're fucking up their whole entire like, bro, please, so dumb.
It's so
I
stupid.
I'm just like, fuck it. Like at this point, I'm like, fuck it. If y'all want to destroy each other, y'all do your thing. I'm going to find me a bunker at this point.
It's so bad. It's so
There's a
bad.
man in Kentucky. He has like 74 spots underground bunker for his whole family. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to pay my way there. I'll have to save some money so I can
You
be
could
able to get down there
bring
because
some creamed
I can't
corn.
deal. Yeah, I'm about to bring everything, my jewelry and everything,
Bring some creamed corn.
every
Start
little thing,
live streaming.
because I can't. I can't jive with these people anymore. I just can't. I don't like the left. I don't like the right. I'm just
Oh
me.
no. I know I would tell though, this is I think this like image really sums it up with the government. Like it's like a picture of like the cult and then the
Hmm.
government, like the hidden hands of influence. And that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
That's
And
exactly what's happening.
they use each group, government, whatever to do it, and they want to pin you down and be like, "Oh, you just hate Jewish people." And it's like, please be
It's
a
not
little
the
bit more
case.
intelligent. Please be a little bit more intelligent. Please have a little bit of nuance. Because if it was true, that's why it's just like overemphasizing Jewish people is so ridiculous because um, it's not. It's the agenda. It's the agenda. They
Into
just pick and choose.
Zionists.
Yeah, and that whole and that Zionism, like
That's a
that's
whole
the other.
different ball game.
That's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing.
Yes.
It's like a whole different, like cult like mentality.
Right.
Um,
And then they have their own like little agenda as well. So I mean, and
I
it's
would have been
playing out. I
fine.
think it's playing out.
I would have been fine not having to worry about it, not having to think about these people. Like, I would have been fine. Like, I really don't
Me
care.
too.
But they just want you to obsess over it. They want you to think about them. They want you to be like, oh, this group, this group, this
Rent
group.
free.
Just literally, it's just like, I don't really care that much. So,
I don't need
I
it.
don't
I
know.
truly don't. I just want everyone to be unified, and I just want America to just like think deeper and stop playing the game because they're all
Yeah.
falling for the game. I see people that I even like people that I really really like. I see them seeping into the game, and I don't like it. It makes me kind of mad because like
Yeah.
you're falling for the game. You're not thinking like deeper. You're listening to these people that are like literally trying to like make you think a certain narrative that you shouldn't be thinking that way. You should be thinking on
Hmm.
your own. Like you've been telling
It's
everybody,
very
thinking your own.
Bush. It's very
Yeah,
like Bush. It's very like Bush era. You stand with us
yeah.
or you stand with terrorists. It's like,
They said that it's like a remake of 9/11,
it is. It really is.
and I see that.
It is. And it's so creepy. It's so creepy. Like, it's just
It
so
is.
creepy and
It's crazy
illogical.
how it just the internet just leached on people's minds so quickly like that.
And it
You
only took a
know,
few days. It only took a few days.
it
It only
happened
took a
just
few
like
days.
that.
And now they're woke. They're woke as hell. They're like super woke.
It's scary. I just I if this is my thing too. I said this in my recent video on YouTube. I was like, if we go to war, like, will we be able to have an election? Will it even happen? Will it even happen? Because I have that. I'm questioning that right now. I don't think it would happen, and I feel like it's going to. I don't know. I have no idea, but I am worried about that because I think that this is also another way to not even have an election at this point. Like, it has to be. There's no way. Like, we thought it was going to be like what, the COVID thing coming back. Oh no, they had something better coming
I
back.
knew it was gonna be. I knew it was gonna be big, and I knew it was gonna come on fast. Whatever it was, and it was gonna come out of like nowhere. Like no one was sitting here thinking, "Oh, what about this?" Like no one was thinking
Yeah,
that.
we was not thinking about Israel versus Palestine at all.
No, we were
It
not.
happened so fast. It's like they distracted us with the COVID stuff, and then this came right under our like our legs, basically our feet.
Yeah. right there. And they had everybody ready, everybody primed, all their agents, and seeing people like the chick from Rooted Wings, and she's seeing Charlie Kirk, and
I don't
seeing Ron
even know who that
DeSantis.
is. Rooted
I'll
Rings?
show
Who
you.
is
I'll
that?
show you who she is. She's just like, it's just like, you guys are
I need to see
really
this.
creepy. They're like so anti-abortion. Like, don't kill the babies. Don't kill the babies unless you bomb them.
I'm
It's
not. I
like,
don't even follow Charlie Kirk like that. I don't like him like that. I never have.
it's so ridiculous. It's so
So I
stupid.
don't even see all their posts like that.
It's
I don't
so
keep up with these
hypocritical.
fucking people. They're so dumb.
They
I
want their
can't.
money. They're really scared.
Oh
They're really
yeah,
scared about their
that's all it's
money.
about.
They're really scared about their money. They're like, please, please. It's just like, I get it. You need your money. I get it.
That's all it's
I don't
about.
know.
Money,
I don't
money,
know what's gonna
money.
happen. I don't know what's gonna happen either. Like, there's gonna be a new reflection period, and some people are gonna wake up and realize some new things, and maybe see a little bit more of the tactics. But then there's still gonna be a majority of
It's gonna
people
be
who are
too
just,
late though. It's
yeah.
gonna be
But
too
then,
late. Just like with the COVID stuff, it was too late. We already been compromised. The people who even were like, even myself, the people who were even just like waking up. I
mm-hmm.
didn't take the V. I knew better. I knew better not to take the V for sure. But when you're just getting away from like the woke agenda stuff like that, it's too late. It's
Yeah,
over.
it's too
Like
late.
I even feel like even me right now, like when I'm on TikTok and I'm talking about like gender ideology, I'm talking about
Mm-hmm.
like the divide of the black community. It's like why at this point? At this point, why? I
Yeah.
might as well just like stop at this point because no one's going to wake up. I'm seeing the comments, no one's waking up. They don't even see the big picture. I was like, we're over here talking about racism right now, and no one's not seeing like, oh, our border is fucked up. Like the government's spending all of our money, and they taking all our tax dollars. That we have we're on the brink of a fucking war right now. Why the fuck is no one talking about that? But people's talking about, oh my god, you're racist. Your your Uncle Ruckus. It's like, okay, fuck you. Okay, like at this point, I don't even fucking care at this point. Okay.
Yeah. There's nothing to care. People need to stop caring, and they need to keep it moving, because it's the only thing you can do. You can't just get sucked in to their, just like, because at the end of the day, they're never gonna, they're like irrational. They're not gonna care. They're not gonna, they want to think what they want to think. Just let them think what they want to think. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you
Yeah,
can
and
do. If you
what
want to be hurt, you want to be hurt. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
and the thing is too, it's like I see all these young people. All these young people are left in the dark. They're
Yeah.
all left in the dark. That's because that's who I really want to like connect with more. It's like
Yeah.
people that are like young like me, because I see them. They're sad. They don't want to. They have no future of like wanting families. Like they
No.
are even finding love. Period. Whether they're gay or straight, whatever like that. It's just they're sad. They're lonely. They have this agenda where like they think that they're like a different gender, and
Yeah.
I sit there and I'm like, these people, they're not going to wake up. It's going to take years for them to wake up, like it did me.
Mm-hmm.
I try my best, I do, but no one seems to listen. I feel like, and it's over. I have no faith no more in our society. I don't like. I've
The
lost faith.
evolution.
I really have.
I mean, it is pretty disappointing. But I could tell, the
Very.
only reason is, like, I could already see it. I could already see the wokeness in the right, like, very much
Mm-hmm.
brewing. So I was just like, because it's this sort of mentality. People are like, oh, how can you even notice? Because they have this sort of like energy about them, this sort of like this agitation that's built up, that's not really directed toward anything, and is ready to just snap once it's given
Yes.
the right, once that match is lit. They're ready to explode,
I
you know.
see it. I see
Yeah.
it. I know exactly what you're talking about
You
because
know what I
I can
mean?
see
Like,
it.
they just sort of, oh, the gays, oh, this and that. And it's like, it's funny too, because Newsom was talking about, he was like, someone talked to him at the Republican convention, the Republican debate that they
Mm.
were having in California recently. And some reporter asked him, he was like, what do you think about the trans this and that and all this? And he was like, are you serious? That is like a distraction. He was like, you sound dumb. Because it's true, it is a distraction. The whole time it's been,
It is.
because you're not addressing the real problem. You're just talking about the like final symptoms of a much bigger issue, and you're just distracting. And it's just
No one wants to talk about that.
that's all
It's only
conservative
to weaken
media.
society.
Yeah, that's all conservative
Yeah,
media has
that's
been
all.
doing for the last couple of years, is talking about
Yeah, they just
symptoms.
make fun of Dylan Mulvaney. They be like, "Look at him. He like look,
Mm-hmm.
the FFS, whatever you call it, whatever. I don't fucking care. That shit. It doesn't look good. He still looks like a man. It's like, okay, but like, are you not seeing that he's being put on a pedestal, like for everybody, to see, especially young children, especially on like human right, like what is it called? The LGBT organizations and stuff like that. All these young people, I see them in the comments. They cheer him on. It's like
Mm-hmm.
they're conditioning the kids right now to make them weaker, just so they can like literally, so they can be able to be controlled. That's it. That's what it is. But no one ever says anything about that when I hear them talk about the
No,
LGBT community
they just
or
say
the
it's
trans
wrong.
agenda.
It's just, it's like, I mean, you would think that sometimes you think, oh, maybe they just don't understand or they don't know. But at the point where it's gone and how they're acting now, it was obviously like true that it was intentional. Like they didn't actually want to fix anything. They didn't actually want to direct people to like fix
Yeah.
anything or find solutions. They just wanted to,
Because look what's happening now.
yeah,
Look what's happening now. They don't care about that. This is a whole agenda that was made by people who are over these influencers, who are over these like big organizations that are in the right on the right
exactly.
wing, and I feel like that they've been they've been God basically. They have.
They're, I mean, they sound scared. They
Yeah.
sound really scared. It's their whole
I don't even
life.
have faith in Trump either, though. Like that's another conversation no one ever talks about too. Like, I mean, we forget that he's endorsed by APAC and all these different people. You think that if he
Yeah.
was in office, that he wouldn't like try to defend Israel as well? I think he
Look,
would.
look.
I don't know, but I think he
That's
would.
a whole conversation because because if I'm so anti Semitic, why wasn't I obsessed with Jared Kushner and being like, oh, I hate Jared Kushner? But I was looking into him and I'm like, oh, Jared Kushner was like his handler. I was like, oh, shit.
Do you see that?
I was
I
seeing
mean,
that. I was
Kanye
like,
Kanye called that out. Kanye called that out a long time ago with Nick
yeah,
Fuentes and everything. I remember that.
yeah,
So it's like these people that are Zionists, they control everything with each people that we like, that we do want to run this country. But how can we really even trust them after all this? I don't trust them.
I don't
I
trust them
just don't.
because they obviously don't care.
No, they don't.
They obviously don't care.
I the thing is too. I mean, I hope we do be able to have an election, but I don't know how it's going to go. I don't. Will we be able to go back to peace like we were, like a few years ago? It's a different story now. It's a different timeline. This timeline has shifted
It really
big
is.
time.
And with all of these agendas, they always destroy the people that they use. So it's like,
Hmm.
I'm the one who's anti Semitic, but you don't know. Like, if they go into World War III, what if they decide, oh, let's just nuke? That's going to destroy the people. Like, that's going to destroy all those people there. But I'm the anti Semitic one? Okay, sure. All right. It's darkness.
Layla, it's a sad situation. I'm telling you right
It's
now. I
darkness.
I just I wish the best for America. I pray for the people in Gaza every night before I go to bed. I pray. Like I'm starting to be like that now. I'm praying before I go to bed, like every single night now. Like I look want to get the Bible out and start reading it. Like that's just how I feel about it because it's really getting to the point where things is getting really really bad and all the prophecies
It's
and
really
stuff. Like
dark.
people ask me all the time. Um, like my recent video, I kept getting a lot of questions about religion and like my faith and stuff like that. It's
Mm-hmm.
like I grew up Christian. I grew up like my Jehovah Witness and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. So when I think about all the things that's in the Bible and I see all the things that's being prophesied now that has come to fruition, it's really dark, and I see it. And I do think that despite these people don't believe that Jesus is our savior, like
And
I believe
the co-opting of that narrative to push a nuclear war is like, oh my God, Neil, please
that shit
stop.
makes me laugh. I'm
I'm
like,
just
you know
like,
what? How can Christians even defend that? How can they even defend that? How? These people are telling you to worship them at their feet simply because they are Jewish. Get out of my face. At this point,
Like,
no.
don't think about
A
your
lot of stuff is
needs.
being.
Think
Yeah.
about this whole other country. It's the same dialogue. Obviously, the same script writers are writing this dialogue.
Oh yeah,
Literally.
definitely.
Literally. It's the same script over and over again, and people are like, oh my God, but this is so different. It's like,
It's not. It's all the same. Just different people,
I mean, you're
different
literally
like
putting a
race.
flag in your bio.
You're a leftist now.
Like, you're literally putting it, like, it's the same virtue signal. Like, they didn't
They
even
might as well
come
just
up
put
with a
the
new
pronouns in
virtue
the bio
signal.
too.
What?
They might as well just put the pronouns in the bio
I
too.
know,
Like
they
at this
should.
point, because I
They
was like, you
really
might as well
should.
just do that now. Because I'm sorry, but like you've been compromised. I'm gay, and I don't even have my pronouns in my bio.
Mm-mm.
Like what did I say to you? I don't even like what. Okay, whatever. But it's cute though. I like that flag. I like that flag in your bio. It's really sweet. I really appreciate that. I like the genocide too. It's amazing. Makes me so happy.
The leaflets. The
You
leaflets.
did you did you did amazing, America. You did amazing, sweetie. I'm
You guys,
congratulating you on that.
you really figured it out just in time.
Yeah,
Just in time.
we did it, Joe.
We did.
We did it.
We did it. We did it, Joe. We really did
We did it, Joe.
it. Joe's like
Well,
not even, he's not even paying attention. He's like,
no, he's on the beach right now, just having his best, like just yeah. I love that for him. He's amazing. Oh
I
well.
do too.
Well,
I do too.
Layla,
I'm
I have
glad.
to go, girl.
Yeah, I have to
I
go
gotta go.
too. But this
I gotta
was
go
good.
work.
I'm glad we
I have to
could.
go work. I have to work and get money so I can like get like
So
money
you
for
can
my
pay for the
bunker.
war. You need to pay for the war.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that too. Yeah. Go Israel. I love Israel so much. Oh my god, it's amazing. I hate the Palestinians. I don't like
Well, they're
anyone
not
out there
even
that
human
is
beings.
they're not even human beings. Anyone out there who doesn't want to go and like destroy Gaza and flatten it and murder millions upon millions of children, you are anti-Semitic, and I don't appreciate you. Okay, I'm just letting you know right now. So and
That's obviously
also,
true.
I would like Netanyahu to be our next president. Just to
Oh,
let you know before I go.
that's the best thing. That would be the best thing.
Yeah, that'd be the best thing. Then I won't. I definitely won't have my rights in America. Then that's exactly what I want. Okay, I'm done. I can't. I'm done.
You're gonna get some calls. Be careful.
Oh fuck them. They can kiss my ass. Please.
It's so ridiculous. Well,
I
I'm ready
can't.
for the next psyop. It's gonna be the furry apocalypse. We're gonna all have to dress like furries. It's gonna be the next one.
I'll get my rainbow flag at the moment. I'm gonna
No,
get my
it's not gonna
rainbow
be the
flag.
rainbow. It's gonna be the furry flag. Like,
The furry flag.
yeah.
No, I'm gonna
I
get
don't.
the What's that? What's that one flag? It was Knew it. What's it called? I fucking forgot. It's the pedo flag. Let's
The
get that
map.
flag
Yeah.
next. Because that's what they want.
Oh my god. That psyop's gonna be crazy. When they that one's gonna be crazy.
That one's coming. That one's
That
coming
one's
after the
coming
war.
too, because they're not gonna stop with that. They're gonna be like, we need to normalize this.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be pushed out really, really like
That's
fiercely.
gonna be creepy. People are gonna be, oh my god.
It's already starting. Like it's kind of slowed down. It kind of
Yeah, it's
slowed
slowed
down
down.
a little bit, but I think it's gonna come back for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because they're gonna be, now that you guys don't have an economy, what about this? Like, I'm not. Anyway, the world. Anyway, the media's captured. Just
Over it.
over it. Well,
Over it.
that's why.
Done.
That's why I'm just gonna do what I want to do and talk about who I want to talk about.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think I'm gonna start diving more on TikTok on that too.
You're gonna
I
what?
might. I'm scared too. On TikTok, I might start diving even more deeper on that. But I'm actually kind of scared too. I'm like, I don't want them to ban my account. No,
I
don't ban my
know.
account.
I know.
Not
You
right
should just be
now.
like, this is interesting.
I'm like, I just hit a 1 million views on one video, so like I'm not like not gonna
Mm,
get me.
I know they're gonna come get you, but at least TikTok is captured by the CCP, so they're fine with the opposing narrative. I'm serious.
When will it stop, Layla? When will it stop?
I don't know. That's why I'm just like, okay.
I'm none the wiser at this point.
That's why I'm like, okay, whatever. It is what it is. Like, okay.
Oh
Like,
well.
who cares? It shouldn't matter. Yeah. World War III. That sounds fun. I'd be like, okay.
Love it.
All right. I'll talk to you soon.
See ya.
Bye.